Calling everybody, it's Dan from Home Physique, and it's time for a van vlog. Hey, this one is going to be about a comment that popped up on the last video I put up. You know, the shout out to Colossus Fitness and Shreddy Breck. Basically, there was a comment that said, "But Shreddy Breck ain't natty though," and my response to that was, well, have you done a drug test on him? So, you know, otherwise how would you know, you know? Now, before we get into this, because basically, I've said it before and I'll say it again, I think that this whole talk of who's natty, who isn't natty and all this shit is some of the most pathetic shit I've ever seen on YouTube. I couldn't give a shit who's doing what, you know? At the end of the day, I've said it before, if someone wants to do it, fair play to them, do what they like, but for me, I'm not interested, you know what I mean? Now, I've spoke to Adam since fucking early last year. We've spoke for a while. Now, back in the day, I said to him something like he was looking to compete and that, and he said he was going to compete in a NABBA competition. Now I turned around to him and I said something like, "Oh, but NABBA's for drug, you know, like, well, drug users sort of thing, you know, enhanced athletes. I said, you're gonna be going up against a load of people on juice." And he was like, well, you know, his reasons for doing it was that it was close. The guy who was training, the coach told him to go for it. And like what Adam said, he said he didn't really care that he was going up against people that were on gear. He just wanted to do it for himself. Now, he told me that he isn't on any gear or anything like that. When I was speaking to him the other month on Google Plus, again, face to face, you know, he hasn't ever said that he's on gear, and I trust the kid, you know. But then at the same time, if he was, I don't give a shit. I mean, even if he wanted to say, even if he was on gear and said he wasn't, I couldn't give a fuck, you know. It don't make no difference to my life. But all that aside, let's get into just things I want. I'm gonna go at this from a different angle. Now, you know how everybody says like how it is, I'd say that people are sort of, or I get the impression that people are brainwashed now. I'm spitting. People are brainwashed now that everybody who is in the gym training or has a semi-decent physique is on something, is on some kind of gear or what have you. Now, I think that is the general consensus, that a lot of people think like that, especially younger kids. Teenagers seem to think that now. Now, I'm going to come at it from a comical angle, right? Now, too long didn't read before I get into this. Genetics is everything, yeah. But let's go into it. You know, when you're in the locker room, say you've been to the gym and you go to get a shower or what have you, get changed, whatever you do. You know, when you go in there and you stood on, you're all getting changed and you get dried, and that one guy comes in who drops his fucking kegs and he's packing a 12-inch fucking donger, you know he's got some serious fucking trouser snake going on. Now, you turn around and you go, fucking Jesus Christ, you know like, whoa, Nelly, sort of thing. But people, I would say 99% of people would just say, fuck me, that guy's lucky, that guy has got the fucking package, you know, lucky bastard, you know, lucky cunt. That is the sort of thing that people would say. Nobody would look at him and think, he's definitely had something done to get that fucking 12-inch fucking BBC, you know. He's definitely had surgery, he's definitely had some kind of implant put in there to make his fucking knob 12 inches long. No, he was just fucking born with a fucking baby's armhole holding an apple, you know. And that's just it, he's lucky. So in that sort of field, the field of people with giant fucking patangas, he is one lucky motherfucker. He is not natty, you know what I mean? That's the way I see that one. And let's look at another one. So whenever you say, this one is basically based on like society's view of a certain look. But when you see that bloke who's got fucking flawless facial genetics, you know, chiseled jaw, perfect features, you know, got the hair, the eyes, all that shit, you know, the type of guy whose face, where women look at him, they all just fucking turn to mush because he's one good looking motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Again, would you look at him and think, oh, he's had work done. You know, if he was a young kid in his early 20s or something, would you think, oh yeah, he's definitely had plastic surgery, that kid, you know, he's definitely had something done to himself, he's had his fucking eyes done, his hair done, or what have you know. No, you wouldn't. You'd just think, that kid is one lucky kid. He's a good looking fucker. Bastard. Why can't I be that good looking? Do you know what I mean? And that's the way that most people would look at it. They wouldn't start thinking, oh, he's had this done, he's had that done. He'd just think, that's it. So, let's come to the gym, yeah? The only thing that's different between these three concepts is that everybody has the potential to go to the gym, yeah? And train, yeah? Not everybody's born with a fucking 12-inch donger, and not everybody's born one good-looking motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But everybody can go to the gym and lift some weights. Now, unfortunately, it comes down to whether or not you're fucking lucky or not. Again, obviously, yeah, steroids can play a big part in it, or do play a massive part in it, but let's just forget about steroids for a minute and look at, say, the three different types of people that go to the gym. You've got, let's say that every single one of these people, three types of people, they've got the diet on point and the training is on point, yeah? Person number one is the type of person that goes to the gym and he's lifting weights, and say after a year he makes really slow progress. You know, he's been training his ass off on point, he's been eating on point, everything has been on point for him, yet his progress has been slow as fuck, and it takes him forever to make any progress. Yeah. Now the argument is not, well, his training can't have been good if he didn't make progress. His training is perfect, it's on point, there's nothing wrong with it, but genetically he just makes slow progress. Person number two is the type of person that is the average, yeah? The average male. He goes into the gym, his training's on point, his food's on point, and he makes nice steady progress, but it's nothing amazing, you know. He makes nice steady progress that most people would be happy with, but it's not like Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? Then you've got person number three. Now here's, out of the three types of people, we're saying this is the lucky motherfucker with a gorgeous face and the massive cock, you know. He was born fucking gifted, yeah? Not saying he's gonna have a fucking big donger, but at the end of the day, this guy, when it comes to building muscle or looking shit hot, he's got it naturally. It's just there. You don't even have to fucking try, you know. Most people would know somebody that has never stepped into a gym in their life, and on the first day that they go in, they bench 100 kilos no problem, and they just say, well, I've always naturally been strong, yeah? Some people know people like that. But this guy, he does the same thing. Training is on point, food's on point, and he makes extraordinary gains. He looks unreal after the same amount of time as everybody else, and everybody thinks, fuck me, this guy looks really good, he's definitely on something, but he's not. It just happens to be that when it comes to being shit hot in the gym, building muscle and getting strong or what have you, he's just fucking naturally gifted. And there are people out there that are naturally gifted like that. Now, I'm not saying everybody who claims natty is, but what I'm saying is that some people are, and some people are just naturally got the fucking raw goods to get the job done, you know what I mean? Now, coming back to Adam, he's by no means like amazing, you know, otherwise he'd have smashed his shows, even though, like, I mean, he was competing in a non-tested federation and he did well, but like what he said himself, that was due to the number of participants. But he still looked great, and I mean, he does look great. He looked great to the point where somebody has said, oh, he's not natty. But if you was to speak to Adam, you would find out that he doesn't really drink. Well, he doesn't drink at all. He doesn't go off his diet at all. He actually does eat clean, you know, as much as we know that you don't need to. That's what he does. He eats the boring shit, and he does that, and he gets his results. His life, his goal is to be fucking shit out at what he's doing, and he's doing really well. So, you know, some people can do it. And one thing I just want to quickly talk about is that, you know, maybe there is only a really small percentage of people that actually want to go to the gym and build muscle and train. There might be fucking hundreds of thousands of people in the world that have this natural gift to be muscular and strong naturally, genetically, you know, just gifted, yeah. But you'll never fucking know about them because they don't go to the gym, because they don't want to. They don't like lifting weights. They don't want to get big, but they've got that raw genetic makeup inside them that if they did, they'd look amazing, you know. So I'm just, you know, you've got to look at it like that. You see, there's a lot of people out there that could potentially be amazing, but it never happens because they don't go to the gym. So that's just my take on it. I hope you sort of see it from like a different perspective. I mean, don't be blind. I mean, at the end of the day, if somebody's fucking jacked up to fuck trying to sell you a supplement or a product or what have you, chances are they're on something and it's not the fucking product that has got them that way. But at the same time, don't automatically jump to the assumption that just because somebody looks better than you or has had better results than you, don't think that they are on something. Because I think that if when you see somebody that is in really good shape and you think, not natural, they're on drugs, and that demotivates you to not want to train, you know, because people say, oh yeah, but it's not good for kids because they see these guys motivating, but then they'll never achieve that. Well, if the only thing that was stopping you from achieving what you want to achieve is the thought that somebody else isn't natural, then I'm sorry, but you're a fucking worthless piece of shit anyway, and that you never deserve to fucking get results, because nothing should demotivate you. You should just go train your ass off, work your ass off for whatever you want in life, regardless of what somebody else has achieved. So don't let that stop you. Anyway, this is a long video, so that's just my take on it. Please like, share your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Cheers now.